Linguistic Contrastive Analysis. Linguistic contrastive analysis, often referred to simply as contrastive analysis, is a method of studying two or more languages by comparing them to identify similarities and differences. This approach is used primarily in the field of applied linguistics to inform language teaching and learning, translational studies, and language typology. Contrastive analysis involves several key concepts essential for understanding its application and significance in the field of linguistics. Key concepts of contrastive analysis. Firstly, comparison of language structures. Phonological level examines the sound systems of language, identifying phonemic contrasts and similarities. Morphological level analyzes word formation processes such as inflection, derivation, and compounding. Syntactic level compares sentence structures including word order, agreement, and syntactic categories. Lexical level looks at vocabulary, including false cognates, lexical gaps, and semantic fields. Second, prediction of learner errors. Interference hypothesis based on the idea that differences between a learner's negative language 1, and the target language 2, will lead to specific types of errors due to negative transfer. Positive transfer, when similarities between language 1 and language 2 facilitate learning. Negative transfer, when differences between language 1 and language 2 cause errors in language 2 learning. Third, development of teaching materials and strategies. Error anticipation, using insights from contrastive analysis to anticipate and address common learner errors. Tailored instruction, designing language instruction that target specific difficulties faced by learners based on their language 1 background. Remedial exercise, creating exercise focused on problematic areas identified through contrastive analysis. Fourth, typological classification, language typology, classifying language based on their structural features to identify patterns and commonalities across language families. Universal grammar, examining how findings from contrastive analysis support or challenge theories of universal grammar and innate language structures. Fifth, cultural and pragmatic differences. Cultural context, understanding how cultural differences influence language use, pragmatics, and communication styles. Pragmatic transfer, analyzing how pragmatic norms from language 1 affect language 2 usage, such as politeness strategies, speech acts, and discourse organization. Sixth, applications in translation studies. Equivalence, identifying how to achieve equivalence in meaning, style, and function between source and target language. Translation challenge, understanding specific challenge in translation that arise from structural and cultural differences. Seventh, empirical research and data collection. Corpus analysis, using corpora of spoken and written language data to perform detailed contrastive studies. Experimental studies, conducting experiments to test hypotheses derived from contrastive analysis, such as error prediction and transfer effects. 8. Critical and evolution. Error analysis, recognizing that not all learner errors can be predicted by contrastive analysis alone, and that errors can also be developmental. Interlanguage. Acknowledging that learners create a unique linguistic system influenced by both language 1 and language 2, leading to dynamic and evolving language use. Contrastive analysis provides valuable insights into the structural and functional aspects of language, aiding in the understanding of language learning processes and the development of effective teaching methodologies. Proponents of contrastive analysis. First, Robert Lado. One of pioneers, Lado's work, especially his 1957 book Linguistics Across Cultures, laid the foundation for contrastive analysis in language teaching. Second, Charles Freese. Another early proponent, Freese emphasized the practical application of contrastive analysis in developing teaching methods and materials. Third, Carl James, a contemporary linguist who has contributed significantly to the field, particularly in the areas of error analysis and second language acquisition. Opponents and criticisms. First, Stephen Cresson, a prominent figure in second language acquisition. Cresson criticized contrastive analysis, particularly its predictive power regarding learning errors. He argued that many errors are developmental and not necessarily due to interference from the language one. Second, Pete Corder. Known for his work in error analysis, Corder suggests that learner errors provide insight into the process of language learning rather than just reflecting differences between language 1 and language 2. Third, interlanguage theory proponents. Scholars who support that concept of interlanguage, such as Larry Selinker, argue that language learning involves a dynamic process where learners create a unique linguistic system influenced by both language 1 and language 2, challenging the predictive validity of contrastive analysis. Contrastive analysis remains a valuable tool in applied linguistics, particularly for its insights into language learning and teaching. However, it is one approach among many, and its limitations are acknowledged, especially regarding the complex, dynamic nature of language acquisition.